I'm an adult living with my parents for a period of time due to health issues. I have medical bills and am in graduate school, and my parents have been renting out a couple extra rooms in their house. One tenant seemed okay at first, but with time, it became clear that she was extremely unstable and bizarre, exhibiting inappropriate and disrespectful behaviors. She had an extreme fixation on our house's locks despite us living in an extremely safe neighborhood, insisting that the locks were not adequate even though they were working fine. She kept harassing my parents to get better locks and wouldn't stop talking about it to an obsessive degree. At one point, she became convinced that someone broke into the house. We checked the security camera and nobody broke in, and became extremely paranoid. I came home from a short trip. I told her ahead of time when I would be coming home, and she greeted me at the front door with a crazed look in her eyes, yielding a massive butcher knife up in the air and looking ready to stab me. It took her a few seconds to realize it was me and to calm down and put the knife down. In that moment, I was terrified, not knowing if she was in a state of psychosis. When I came into the kitchen afterwards, she had every single knife and sharp object, including scissors, screwdrivers, etc., laid out on the kitchen counter as if it was a butcher shop. I asked her why the knives were there, and she said that she was paranoid about the break-in, which, according to all evidence we have, never actually happened, and so she had holed herself in her room, sleeping with her machete and dozens of knives. This entire incident creeped me out so much that I didn't feel safe going to the bathroom at night for a while, in case she would be walking around the hallways with a knife or a weighted machete, which she sleeps with. She told us how her machete can hack someone's limbs off. She finally took some time off work to go to a mental facility, and at that point we learned that she had moved into our house directly from her previous stint at a psych facility. She claimed it was due to OCD and PTSD, but I was starting to suspect that she was schizophrenic and just didn't want to admit it to us. She displays a lot of extremely bizarre behaviors, like extreme paranoia, avoidance, rambling on about nonsense. Some of her stories can last 1 to 2 hours without ever getting to the point, and generally very socially strange behaviors. When our other housemate went out on a walk with her, she asked who the lady with the dark hair was, except that the other housemate had not been talking to anyone. This apparent hallucination, in addition to all the other paranoid and strange behaviors, made me suspect that she's schizophrenic. The last bizarre thing she did was convince my parents to move her, also bizarre and very mentally unstable, boyfriend into the home since he had lost his housing situation. We agreed to allow him to move in for a short period, thinking it was a temporary transition while he was getting back on his feet. He ended up staying for 9 months, during which time we discovered that he was financially manipulating/abusing her, was married with a wife back home in his country, who didn't know about the arrangement, and was generally very unstable. He claimed he was broke and would be homeless without living here, but he owned a $40,000 car and wore a $7,000 gold wedding chain around his neck. We eventually became uncomfortable with him and told her that he had to leave. I tried to tell my parents that they should evict both of them, but my mom felt sorry for this housemate and didn't want to evict her. Finally, the housemate decided to move out on her own, which is a huge relief for me. Now I can relax, since there's no longer a mental patient displaying concerning behaviors. My mom still wants to be friends with this housemate, despite all of this. She feels sorry for her since she has no friends and isn't close to her family and wants to invite her over for dinners. I told my mom that she should cut ties with this person, since she is unstable and disrespectful. My mom insists that she wants to still be nice to her and invite her over sometimes, despite not really liking her that much. I know my mom is an adult and can do whatever she wants, but I see this person as a threat to my family, and I wish she would just stay away and never come back. Am I being an asshole for trying to convince my mom to cut this person out permanently?